The hallowed halls of the Vatican hold many secrets. Intrigue and speculation are their constant companions. One question echoes louder than most: who will succeed Pope Francis? The answer, perhaps, lies in the enigmatic figure of Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle. Is he quietly preparing to ascend to the throne of St. Peter? Cardinal Tagle's rise within the church hierarchy has been nothing short of meteoric. His journey from the bustling streets of Manila to the heart of the Vatican is a testament to his charisma and intellect. But is it also a calculated ascent to power? Some believe so. They point to his growing influence and his close alignment with Pope Francis's vision. Pope Francis, meanwhile, faces his own set of challenges. Age and declining health weigh heavily on the pontiff. His papacy, marked by bold reforms and a commitment to social justice, has also been met with resistance from traditionalist factions within the church. The stage is set for a potential transition of power. The question is Cardinal Tagle waiting in the wings, ready to assume the mantle of leadership? The answer, like many things within the Vatican, remains shrouded in mystery. Cardinal Tagle's journey began far from the gilded cages of the Vatican. Born in the Philippines, he witnessed firsthand the struggles of the poor and marginalized. This experience would shape his pastoral approach, emphasizing compassion, humility, and a deep commitment to social justice. His rise through the ranks of the church was swift. He was appointed Archbishop of Manila at the young age of 50, a testament to his burgeoning reputation as a gifted leader and theologian. His sermons, known for their eloquence and accessibility, resonated with Filipinos from all walks of life. His star continued to rise on the global stage. His appointment as president of Caritas Internationalis, a Catholic relief organization, showcased his commitment to serving the poor and advocating for the marginalized. He became a voice for the voiceless, a champion for the forgotten. His elevation to cardinal in 2012 cemented his place as one of the most influential figures in the Catholic Church. His every move was now scrutinized, his every word analyzed for clues about his ambitions. Was he content to be a mere advisor, or did he harbor aspirations for higher office? Pope Francis, the first Latin American pontiff, brought a breath of fresh air to the Vatican. His humility, his emphasis on mercy over judgment, and his unwavering commitment to the poor captivated the world. But the papacy is a heavy burden, one that takes its toll even on the strongest of men. Francis's health, always a concern, began to deteriorate. His knee problems became increasingly debilitating, forcing him to curtail his public appearances. Whispers of his mortality echoed through the Vatican, fueling speculation about his successor. His reforms, though widely praised, also earned him enemies. Conservative factions within the church bristled at his attempts to modernize the church's teachings on issues like divorce and homosexuality. They saw him as a dangerous radical, a threat to the church's traditional values. The weight of the papacy, the internal divisions, the constant scrutiny, all took their toll on the aging pontiff. The time for him to choose a successor to ensure the continuity of his legacy seemed to be drawing near. In 2015, Pope Francis made a significant move. He appointed Cardinal Tagle to the prestigious position of prefect of the Congregation for the Evangelization of Peoples. This appointment placed Tagle at the helm of the Church's missionary work, a clear sign of the Pope's trust and confidence. Tagle, with his characteristic energy and enthusiasm, threw himself into his new role. He traveled extensively, visiting remote communities, spreading the Church's message of hope, and emphasizing the importance of interfaith dialogue. He became a global ambassador for the Church, a symbol of its commitment to the developing world. His appointment to the Congregation for the Evangelization of Peoples was not just a symbolic gesture. It was a strategic move by Pope Francis to elevate a like-minded prelate to a position of power. It was a way to ensure that his vision for a more inclusive, more compassionate church would continue long after he was gone. The Vatican rumor mill went into overdrive. Was this appointment a sign that Tagle was being groomed for even greater things? Was he being positioned to succeed Francis as the next pope? The speculation reached fever pitch, echoes of reform. Cardinal Tagle, like Pope Francis, was a man of the people. He believed in a church that was close to the poor, that listened to the marginalized, that embraced diversity. His views on social justice, his commitment to interfaith dialogue, his emphasis on mercy and compassion, all mirrored the Pope's own. He spoke out against corruption both within the church and in society at large. He criticized the growing gap between the rich and the poor. He called for greater environmental protection. His words, though measured, carried a prophetic weight. They challenged the status quo, calling for a more just and equitable world. His theological writings, though firmly rooted in Catholic tradition, also reflected a willingness to engage with modern-day challenges. He believed that the Church needed to adapt to the changing times, while remaining true to its core values. He was a reformer, but one who understood the importance of tradition. His alignment with Pope Francis's vision was undeniable. He was seen as a natural successor, someone who could build on the foundation that Francis had laid. The question was, would he be given the chance? Whispers in the wind. The Vatican is a place of whispers. Rumors spread like wildfire through the corridors of power, and the rumors about Cardinal Tagle were becoming increasingly persistent. He was seen as the front-runner to succeed Pope Francis, the man most likely to inherit the mantle of leadership. He had the charisma, the intellect, the pastoral experience. He was popular with the people, respected by his peers, and trusted by the Pope. He seemed to possess all the qualities necessary to lead the Catholic Church into the 21st century. But the road to the papacy is fraught with danger. There were other contenders, ambitious cardinals who also coveted the throne of St. Peter. And there were those within the Church who viewed Tagle's progressive views with suspicion. They would do everything in their power to prevent his ascension. The whispers grew louder, the speculation more intense. The world watched, waiting to see if the rumors would translate into reality. Would Cardinal Tagle be the next pope? Only time would tell. A church divided. The Catholic Church, despite its outward appearance of unity, is a complex and often fractious institution. Deep divisions exist between traditionalists and reformers, between those who cling to the past and those who embrace the future. Pope Francis's papacy had exposed these divisions like never before. The Catholic Church, his attempts to modernize the Church, to make it more inclusive and more responsive to the needs of the modern world, had been met with fierce resistance from conservative elements within the Church. These big problems pose a significant challenge to any success in climate change, particularly to someone like These issues affect millions who are seen as a standard-bearer urgent reformist wing of the Church. The Church would need to tread carefully, with its global reach and moral authority, with the need has a unique position to address. The Church was at a crossroads. The path it chose, the leader it selected, would have profound implications for its future. Would it embrace change, or would it retreat into the past? The answer perhaps lay in the hands of the cardinals who would gather in conclave to choose the next pope. A bridge between worlds. Cardinal Tagle, with his unique background and experience, was often spoken of as a bridge builder, someone who could unite the disparate factions within the Church. He was a man of deep faith, but also a man of the world. He understood the challenges of the modern age, but also the enduring power of tradition. He was a champion of interfaith dialogue, believing that the world's religions had a shared responsibility to promote peace and understanding. He had built strong relationships with leaders of other faiths, seeking common ground on issues like poverty, climate change, and religious extremism. He was also a vocal advocate for the poor and marginalized. He believed that the Church had a moral obligation to speak out against injustice and to work for a more just and equitable world. He saw his faith as a call to action, a call to serve those in need. His ability to connect with people from all walks of life, to build bridges of understanding and respect, would be crucial in healing the divisions within the Church and in leading it into a new era. He represented a different kind of leadership, one based on humility, compassion, and a deep commitment to social justice. The future of faith. The question of who would succeed Pope Francis was more than just a matter of internal church politics. It was a question with global implications. The Catholic Church, with its billion-plus followers, is a powerful force in the world, one that can influence everything from politics to social policy to environmental protection. The next pope would inherit a church facing numerous challenges: declining church attendance, particularly in the developed world, the rise of secularism, the ongoing clergy sex abuse scandal, and the need to address issues like poverty, climate change, and religious extremism. Cardinal Tagle, with his progressive views, his commitment to social justice, and his ability to connect with people from all walks of life, represented a path forward for the Church, a path that embraced change while remaining true to its core values. Whether he would be given the chance to lead the Church into this new era remained to be seen. But one thing was certain: the future of the Catholic Church and its place in the world was at a crossroads. The decisions made in the coming months and years would have far-reaching consequences. Please subscribe to our channel History Documentary Hub for more insightful and intriguing content.